right? And so it's kind of split up into a lot of different spaces. And so we'll try to see where those structural elements are. Are we able to take down the walls? Are we able to clean up that space a little bit? So once it's conditioned, you can actually use it to its best capacity. A lot of times we see opening up to just a giant space and then caging it, so that each cage is meant for a different unit, whether it be, tennis has this space, lawns and maintenance has this space, football, whatever, however you use the space. But it's caged internally, and then each department has its own cage. That could be an option, or we'll come up with a couple different options depending on what the structural elements are within that space. Along with that, we'll try to add on a bathroom so that it's accessible to the exterior. So everyone right now goes through the building and goes to the bathrooms. And so when this building shuts off at night and people are still outside, there's an external bathroom that we might be able to add on somewhere. And so looking at where that could be and how do we get plumbing to it and things like that. And then finally, this part of the building over here, when you look at it, it's a little dilapidated on the exterior, so looking at cleaning it up, not only the exterior of the building, but also the grounds around it. Some of the spaces outside it has an old concrete pad out there. How do we clean that up? Make it maybe a little bit more useful to the public, putting some benches or picnic areas, whatever. We can go through those options when we get there. Actually providing a walkway to it so that people can access it a little bit easier. But also providing, a new skin to it. So it cleans up. Nothing crazy, maybe like a nice banding of stone at the bottom with new, either vinyl or hardy plank on the top, something like that that's a little bit more durable. Hardy plank's obviously a little bit more durable, but it costs a little bit more. But try to clean it up so it looks a little bit more presentable, things like that. So that's that second one. So the deliverables again would be your solutions to the ADA, and then your concept design for the storage facility, both the interior and the exterior and the grounds, and then opinion of probable cost. So high level costs, we're not getting down because we're not doing construction documents on any of this. We're not going to get down to the nitty gritty of each bolt and how much it's going to cost, but high level with some contingency in there so it covers anything that hasn't been thought of yet. Again, just some pictures. So that's kind of the area that we're talking about. We're obviously in here somewhere, right around here. So that little bump out for the building, this is where the old pool was. And so we'll be looking at that space, but also the bathrooms inside. A couple of interior shots. So that's the exterior. You can see some dings and dents in the siding right there, and then you can see the storage itself is it's all over the place. And so we're trying to see how we can clean it up and obviously condition it as well.
Yeah.
I took a lot more photos. I didn't want to put every photo on there, but just trying to give you some more indication of where we're looking at. All right. The last one, or not the last one, sorry, this next one. So I'll reference maybe this is easier here. So this is the area where that donated parcel of land is being thought of. I don't think you've come to any agreement, correct?
Correct.
I did reach out to
Mr. Oxford.
Warren, thank you. And I'm meeting with them Thursday on site.
Okay.
So we'll go over, he's gonna give me any documentation, his thoughts and all that stuff.
Good.
We started to talk about it, but he wanted to meet in person, and Thursday was as soon as we could do that.
Good.
But starting the process.
Perfect.
But, so this is the general space. I don't think it covers all the way back to here, right? It's just somewhere in here.
Close to.
It's probably where that line is, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of close to where the trail is.
Yeah.
Close to that.
Okay.
That's the sewer they run through there.
That's the sewer line they put through there.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what that is.
So we're looking at that piece of land, and we'll see, Warren did say you'll have maybe a survey of where that sewer came in, and you surveyed some of that land of
That would be
possibly.
Keith was doing all that on it. I don't have a survey on it.
So Bill would have record of it? Bill Pettit?
I don't know
If he
what,
surveyed
I
it?
wasn't in on that.
Can you check? Can you get with Bill and check?
Yeah.
Yeah, any existing documents, he said you might have some. He says he has PDFs
That's what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
that it
He
was
said,
Bill.
he said he did it for, I think this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So.
yeah, cause that was put
It
in
would have had to
becau-
been
Yeah.
IDEM approved,
that was put in because of the winery?
Yeah,
Right.
the line, yeah.
and then, yeah. yeah.
Okay,
So that's kind of the land, and what we're doing with it, is we'll work with Warren and you all to determine kind of a best use for that plot of land. I know he has some requirements for a new access road
Mhm.
through his property and to, the park itself. And so we'll look at that and how do we navigate through this piece of land. But then also looking at new sports fields, we talked about obviously soccer fields, the access road, any supporting amenities, so like a shelter of some sort with maybe bathrooms, and how do we get bathrooms in here?
right,
And then, looking at even, ball fields, I think someone mentioned a ball field.
Yeah.
To put in there, so see how all
Did
these
you
pieces and
mention
parts
You did.
fit together, and what does that look like? And so we'll have a few different layouts of that, look at, I think one of the things that Warren said was the drainage on it, so he
Mhm.
wants to make sure.
Right now, it's a real, even the field with none of our stuff on it is, it needs a retention pond there right now, the way it sits. If you go on the west side and look at where we put the new culvert in, it's just, all the water from that field,
Yeah.
it's just washing it out.
Yeah, well, so we'll look at the existing drainage there, we can get some
Yeah.
information on that and see where
Or
the
slow
water's
it
coming
down
from.
somehow.
Yeah, and
'Cause
and
it-
actually direct it to a specific spot.
Yeah.
So like you said, if we need if we're just doing ball fields, we might not need to have a detention or retention.
Yeah.
But we could put a swale in that directs the water and gets it through the space more appropriately, rather than.
Yeah, cause I haven't been waiting on this project. I mean, I've had some ideas on, cause it's eroding the banks and everything away.
Okay, yeah.
And I thought, well, wait till we get started on this. I didn't wanna
Yeah.
spend a bunch of money and you guys
Yeah.
come up with another idea or,
And part of this will be, is any of it jurisdictional? And so, if it's actually a bank that's been created into a swale in Indiana, anything that conveys water is jurisdictional to IDEM. And so we'll wanna
okay.
make sure that it's not a moving body of water or, what they call an intermittent stream, meaning that it doesn't have water in it all the times, it's dry, but when it rains, it conveys the water, so
Yeah.
that's still considered a stream. So we'll look at all that as part of our study in this, and make sure that, whatever is suggested is actually buildable too, right? That's the main purpose. So, again, we'll come up with a couple different concepts, go through that with everybody, get some feedback, and then come up with a final solution with a budget at the end of the day. Yep, so that kinda covers that one. And then part of this, we'll go, in terms of like some design options, so when it comes to ball fields, there's a lot of different ways you can do ball fields, so, especially soccer fields, so we'll wanna design it so that, one, they're orientated in the correct solar orientation, but also so that it's able to be split up into different U selections, so U6, U8, U12, and so on, U8, 12, 16, so on. And then, so we'll size that appropriately, but you can also put a ball field on portions of that to make sure that it has a home field off to the side, but it's outfield, it can be fenced off or an outfield, and so it's multi-purpose. And then maybe an idea of what that shelter might look like, something like that, give you some ideas of, some aesthetics of that. I think playgrounds were in there too, can we
Yeah.
put a playground in there, so we'll have that all laid out, parking is important, how to get more parking, so. All of those things will be considered as part of this design process. And then finally is, not at this site, so this is Fireman's, Park. This actually ties into the other study that, you've hired us to do, the, streetscape design for the historic part of Hanover. So Fireman is right along Main Street at the top end of it, the bottom end's on First Street, right? so we will be looking at this in a couple different aspects. So there's an existing shelter there, so we'll look at that and see how we clean that up. How do we add permanent parking there that's appropriate? Right now it's kind of a gravel area. So we'll wanna asphalt that and put some actual lines in to determine where the parking is and how you park it so it's safe, especially as it relates to the new streetscape. Right now it's just one large curb cut. That's not technically safe because you pull in and then you pull out into traffic. That's not a really great scenario. So we'll wanna maybe look at that. The other part of this is the Veterans Park. We're wanting to include Veterans Park, a new Veterans Park.
Sorry.
New Veterans Park and some,
King.
oh, he's back there. I was like, where is he?
No, it's over here.
Oh, he's over there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not bothering us.
No, just go to bed here in a few minutes, so
Oh, okay.
bring her over here.
Harley Crew.
Just shut
Oh,
the
yeah.
door and let her walk around.
And so, what does that veterans space look like? We talked about some seating, some nicer landscape, possibly, how it could be used for an event space of some sort. So we'll explore that to its fullest potential. We kind of understand where it might wanna be, so, from here, we're kind of at the top of the hill, right by the shelter, and looking at this space for that specific veterans park or amenity in that location. Is that sign appropriate? Do we wanna relocate that, redesign it as part of the streetscape even? And then from there, once we get through some of that, we'll also look at all of the rest of the park and just, what are some things that we could do to clean that up? We know that there's a pseudo ADA, trail down to the bottom where the, basketball courts are. We'll wanna look at that, cause I don't think that's too ADA necessarily, so we'll wanna analyze to see how do we make that an actual ADA, walkway all the way down. We'll wanna look at some of the playground equipment, some of the landscape, just to clean it up. Not necessarily redo the whole thing, cause we wanna try to maintain a budget of some sort, but there's some things that could be done to the space that might wanna clean it up. Put a few extra benches in there, actually, program the park a little bit more. It's a nicely programmed park, but there could be some definition to it that kind of utilizes the space a little bit more cleanly.
How would you get, maybe not rid of, but that hill?
How do I, well,
That hill,
how do I get rid of it?
yeah, or would you accentuate it, or you can't walk down that hill?
You're talking about the hill going down?
Yeah,
I mean, that's part of the park.
okay,
I think it's a beautiful feature.
Yeah, it's a solid rock too. We tried to.
Well, we're not getting rid of it then.
yeah,
Do you-
but
It's a big
you
sledding
can't,
hill
you
in the
can't,
winter.
you can't walk down
Do
it.
you think we should have some type of rail
Um,
on the path
so,
or something?
I think that all has to do with the slope. So ADA, if you are greater than 5% slope, you have to have handrails.
Okay,
Anything less than 5% does not need handrails. Your ADA, acceptable ADA grades are anything between 0 all the way up to 8.33%. And so in that range allows a person to navigate that pathway, at a safe pace. And then you have to have landing so often as well. So if you have just a typical park that you want to be considered ADA, you have to be within that range. And then 0 to 5%, you don't need any handrails, and then 5 to 8.33%, you need handrails and landings.
I just envision somebody trying to get down there and they're gonna go rolling, cause it's steep hill.
That's right, and so that's where the landings come from.
Yeah.
And so every 30 inches of grade fall, you have to have a landing.
Okay.
So that's part of.
Cause it is beautiful.
Yeah, I
How
love
it
it.
slopes down over there.
Yeah, I think, knowing that it's rock, I don't know if I want to start.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
tried drill. I mean, we like to never got a hole drilled for that light we set up there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, you're not gonna be able to, unless you're blasting,
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd have
but
to-
you think our basketball court and everything looks good?
Yeah,
And
it looked like it was redone recently.
Yeah, recently,
You
we
had some
got a
nice lights
grant from the
there.
community foundation.
I think there's some things that you could do in terms of seating, and so it's a
Yeah,
little bit more
I'd like to see some,
programmed,
yeah.
right? And then like, the very end of the park, there's a kind of a awkward stair
Right.
down, like clean that up a little bit.
Right.
Stuff like that. It's wide open, so
I'd like to see seating up the hillside
I was gonna
somehow.
say-
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe
seating
on
and
those
maybe
landings.
some shade areas,
Yeah.
some shade
Yeah.
structures, or even some
Yeah.
trees that'll grow up over
Yeah.
time, things like that.
Before we got that grant, kids were down there playing with their headlights on.
Oh, really?
Oh, tons of them.
Okay. So, but you have lighting now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so.
No,
um,
it's great now.
Yeah.
It's just, if you try to get down to it from over the hill, you can't do it.
Yeah,
I think you want, when you're driving down the street, you want that park to pop out.
Yes.
I mean, it's an amenity in town.
It
Yeah.
is.
And we just kinda, it looks nice now,
yeah,
but it could really pop out at you.
and I think
Yeah.
that's a lot with the streetscape,
Uh,
what we could do
It's
is
all
go,
good.
tie together really nicely.
And
So we
Kobe
look
would
at
like
that.
to open a hamburger joint at the firehouse.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to
a
Warren
pizza-
about that building.
A pizza
when
place too,
Pizza place and hamburger joint.
pizza and beer.
We've been talking internally, and we can't understand with the college right there and the, drag, why
Yeah.
is there anything open? That's
Yeah.
like a mom and pop spot,
Yeah.
like, you have to go all the way out to the 56 to get to anything.
Well,
Yeah.
Warren owns the firehouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you're talking,
So,
yeah.
do I need to, twist his arm a little
Yeah.
bit? Like, hey, you need to get some of this stuff.
It's storage right now, he uses it for storage.
Is that what it is?
For his, for his boats.
Okay. But that's a basic, and again, so we'll give a couple different concepts. This will get into a little bit more of colorful design, because, there's some elevation change, so we might have to model that a little bit so you understand how that'll work from a model
Right.
standpoint. Do you have a survey of this area by any chance?
I don't think we do,
No.
Okay, so
but we could get one.
so, don't do that yet. We can
Okay.
get, it's called LiDAR, and that gives me grade elevations within, 6 to 8 inches of correct grade. And for this study, I can use that to get pretty accurate. So
Okay.
we'll get that
Okay.
in this location and work with that. I was just gonna say, if you have a survey, we'll take
Yeah.
it, and then we can use
I
it.
don't
But if not,
think
we'll
we do, I
just,
think
we'll
we
find
looked
something.
for it when we did the
Yeah.
fence and.
Yeah, so we'll use what we have and then be able to kind of model and see what that looks like and present something to you as a ending. And the idea behind all of these, I think, is one, to give you a vision of what these spaces all look like.
Right.
But also, this is an opportunity to get out to the public and say, this is what we're gonna try to do with the town.
Mhm.
I don't have really any, I have like one final presentation to the public, kind of like this, but I don't have a lot of community input as part of this, because it's more of a study.
Right.
Just to kind of give you some ideas on how this would work.
Right.
And then, as you move into construction, I think that's when you can get the community involved. That might be more appropriate, when it becomes a little bit more real. Not that it's not real now, but
Right.
the study, I feel like it has to be this group, or, few stakeholders outside this group with the Parks Department or maintenance or something like that. But getting the whole community involved, I don't wanna spend y'all's money when we're just talking about, hey, what if?
Yeah.
When we talk about what will be, let's get the community more involved in that. How does that affect everybody?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Sounds
so that's kind of all the projects. And then down here, again, this is where I said the community outreach and more engagement activities. And reason, they take a long time to set up and get going, and so we will do whatever you all want.
Mhm.
But I don't, like I said, I don't think it's worth the money at this stage to get into that yet.
Right.
But like those things would be additional services if you wanna go out there and do a big community event, one time or something like that with all the projects involved. We can do that. It's just, when we get through the process, if you wanna add that on, we can do that later. Any additional 3D models, like very photorealistic models. So I have models, but not photorealistic ones in here. So you'll see renderings and things like that, but if you wanna get to the photorealism that, from my conversation, it felt more of what's the opportunity and what's the budget? Not necessarily getting to a glossy photorealistic, drawing, is that correct?
Right.
Yep. Yep. And so some of those things are excluded, but can be added at any time. And then assumptions, that you'll just be giving us information as you have it, so any documents that you have, you'll be in touch with all the stakeholders as part of this project. And then approximately how many design meetings that we'll be doing for each project as part of this. Went over the deliverables, project schedule, so we're running this adjacent to the state, or the streetscape project,
Right.
so, we'll try to be finishing up basically the same time as the downtown corridor streetscape is finishing up, so sometime in December, basically,
Okay.
is what we'd be looking at. And then I split this all into, the different costs for each one. So parking lot, and we'll try to be as efficient as possible with this. So we're coming out one time, not for each project, but for all of them combined, so I'm trying to combine some of those site visits to get, existing conditions and to get through, data collection and things like that. So the parking lot, about $9,500. Community center is the $15,850. The donated land parcel is $15,650. And the fireman's park is the $13,900. So kind of split those up into the 4 different projects that you saw above. Again, they're just planning studies, and go from there. But the idea is by the end of this year, you'll have a budget that you can have for next year and hopefully move into construction.
So, maybe I slept with this, but we talked at all about the amphitheater. Chip,
I've heard,
like, we don't have bathrooms there. DNR said we should be making money on that. We should be, but we don't have
where,
bathrooms.
amphitheater where?
It's right down the hill here at the
Oh,
water.
right here.
See, that was one of the reasons when we talked to Matt, is putting those 2 restrooms on the outside of the building here.
But you still gotta walk up.
Right,
Yeah.
but at least we
It's
would have
not
it
like
out.
what we had planned before
Yeah.
with the DNR grant.
Is anybody using it?
Well,
No,
no,
not right
cause we
now.
haven't tried to rent it out.
I don't think we need a bathroom, do we? No.
Okay.
Well,
Well, that was part of the DNR grant, to have a
Yeah.
bathroom down there, but then we got shut out
With,
because we
with,
didn't have
with the
enough money.
storage, storage also.
Yeah,
in there for the
storage
stage.
and bathroom.
You're right.
Cause me, if I'm going down there, I'm not walking up this hill to go to the bathroom. All we've ever used down there, we've had concerts down there, we had to use porta pots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the DNR proposal was like a 12 by 16 building, and then it was gonna have part storage with like a garage door that came up to where they could move stuff from the stage, and then have the restrooms
Yeah,
Okay.
connected to it.
but if we're ever gonna rent that out for concerts, we need that. These bathrooms you're talking about, it's great for
Yeah.
people walking around the park, but not for people down there.
That's a little ways.
I mean, I know that just adds to our bill, but,
Sure. And we went by it, I know what
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, we talked about it and stuff.
and we don't know if we could make money on it, but we
Yeah.
might be able to.
Yeah. We're actually gonna start offering out for rent. I mean, he's gonna start promoting the amphitheater and stuff, and
Yeah.
so you might just add this, if
Okay.
it's okay, to
I just think it's
look
something to
at,
look
look at
at.
something that where it would be nice to have, a men's and women's. It doesn't have to be, can it just be a single men and
Yeah.
a single woman?
Okay.
You know, there might be
Do
a
you have plumbing down there or anything?
Right, they could just be one all gender.
It could be one
Yeah.
all gender.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sure.
No, there's no-
Do
Two
we
all
have
genders
plumbing
probably
there?
best.
We don't
Yeah.
have plumbing there,
There's no water or sewer there.
So it'd have to be on septic?
yeah.
We'd have to pump it to the city
Grinder.
sewer, behind the building here, probably the
But
quickest.
that was our
closest.
original plan with DNR,
Okay.
so we could rent that amphitheater out for concerts. concerts, whatever.
Yeah, do you have water down there? So you have to run water, go out there running,
We only have electricity.
you do have electricity?
Yeah, we have plenty of electric.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's been upgraded.
So, small water, that's not gonna be too
Yeah.
bad to get down there, is that to get, is there a lot of rock here?
That, I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't really hit rock. Now, they did it in the field,
Yeah,
putting a sewer in, but we're not gonna be digging anything
no,
So-
that deep.
about 3 feet down.
So there's houses on the road here,
right.
and so they have water and sewer, right?
So it wouldn't be like it'd be that
So,
far.
I mean, if we put it like in the back side there,
You'd have to get, I don't know where they're connected, they're probably.
I don't know
connected
either,
to the
that's what I
road.
was, he's our superintendent, so he knows where all the water and, that's why I was just,
Well, when you come down Spruce Lane here, those houses the sewer's over here.
that way.
Larry Childress's garage doesn't have sewer.
Right,
One to Jackson does, but hers goes,
the other way.
the other way, so in that, so
What
there's
a-
no sewer
so-
main
Okay,
right.
what about the one that has the goats back here?
There's one on,
Badgers.
there's sewer main, that's Second Street, there's sewer main.
So if we put it,
And then there's one in West Street.
I just think
I don't know,
we would be
we might, there
remiss
might be
if-
another option.
if
We'd
we
have to
don't look
we'd
at
have to
it.
grinder pump it.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, the grinder
Yeah.
pump's not
Yeah.
too bad
That's-
anyways.
yeah.
for
Yeah, no, that's,
Two occupancy bathroom. I do those for parks all the time, cause a lot of times that's the only way to get to a sewer,
Right,
so, I've done that plenty of times.
I just think if we're looking at the park, we need to look at it, and not a year or two from now say, why didn't we look at that?
Yeah,
But you can always look at it, if the amphitheater is successful and we have a problem with people needing a bathroom, that is an awesome problem to have.
Yeah.
And we will fix it.
Well, we've
I
already
mean, I
had,
say
we've already had it, trust
It's
me.
like parking
We've
and
had several
restrooms.
concerts
Right.
down
It's
there.
like parking and restrooms on this side.
We just,
Yeah.
the majority,
We
they just
didn't have
get
a
the
problem
use.
until we have a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've also talked about, the possibility of looking into, a fitness court through the National Fitness Campaign. We've
Okay.
talked to them a little bit. It's like a 40 by 40 foot square pad where there's permanent, fixtures for
Yeah.
people to do, different types of exercises
Yeah.
for all ages.
I've seen those.
this used to have one.
and and
Do
I'm
they?
wondering if we
There's
don't,
like
if
throughout?
we don't reach
Yeah.
out to the community foundation, because they're wanting to
To do that.
You
to
just
do- well,
walk the
they're wanting-
trail and
I
have
mean, I think
Veterans
they would be a
Foundation
good
on the
one.
side.
For their
Foundation would
grant.
be too.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they're a few $100,000, depending on what features you get,
What
but
if you wanna, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would make sense if that's something we wanna do at some point to like use this process to figure out where it should go,
Yep.
Yeah.
for best use. So I don't know if we need to start communicating through the National Fitness Campaign to pull them into meetings at some point, or pull Matt into a meeting with them at some point.
Weren't the commissioners looking into that too?
Yeah, you can have them throughout
Yeah.
a county, you can have
Yeah.
more than one.
You're just saying you'd like to know where the best location,
Yeah.
for them to
Yeah.
tell us where the
Yeah.
best location is for it to
And we have a
possibly
lot
go.
of walkers here, and they've
Yeah.
asked us, can
It's a
you put
fantastic
mileage,
park, yeah.
can you do this
Oh,
or
yeah.
that? And-
Put a starting
Yeah.
point and,
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of times the fitness centers are close to the playgrounds that are already there, or
Mhm.
putting in a new, but it's not always like connected, cause you don't
Right.
wanna be right up on the kids.
Mhm.
But
Right.
like, if you know where the playgrounds are, and you know like that equipment's not too far away.
Yeah.
Right,
So you have some sort of split, but it's not necessarily like connected.
right.
And then the best part is if you have that trail, connecting it to the trail, so it's visible. So, and then obviously shade's important.
Right.
Shady, yeah.
I just think we'll be remiss if we don't look into a bathroom down there, cause we've talked about it for years.
Okay. Well, if you could add that,
So bathrooms at the
Amphitheater.
yeah.
And bathroom and storage.
And with
Yeah.
some,
Do you, so you mentioned the grant from you said DNR?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there language that you can forward to me about what the
We
requirements
should,
are?
you should, well, it's
We had
not,
it
it's
taken
not, part-
out.
yeah, it's taken out of the DNR
Yeah,
grant,
but
so we don't have to
put it
worry
in
about,
our- We put it in
any
our
type-
grant, that's what you want,
you wanna know what size.
what we put in there.
I just, did you receive the grant?
Yeah.
So, okay, so we received, we received the DNR grant.
Yeah.
That was part of the DNR grant.
Okay.
And we got the grant during COVID, everything shot up price-wise,
Yeah.
so we got that portion of it eliminated out. Because there was trail lighting and that we had removed, because we just couldn't do it.
I got you.
It just, the money wasn't there.
But you
And
wanna know what we put in the grant for that?
So, yes, so what you said you would supply
The
for
size-wise, or,
Okay.
size, any you will put 1 or 2 bathrooms.
I
There
think
was
we
2
just-
bathrooms.
Yeah, it was 2
Yeah.
bathrooms, and it was just, part of it was storage.
Yeah.
And then, if there's a
I mean,
size
big enough to put a
requirement.
golf cart in,
I,
really.
I may have that,
Yeah, if you can
I'll-
forward that
I'll
to me,
look.
Yeah.
that'd be helpful, just to
Yeah. yeah.
give some basic.
I just think we ought to look at it now.
Well, and the other part is if you're supplying a space, it really should, this is not ADA to get up here.
Right.
You have an ADA trail, so,
I couldn't get up there.
yeah, so if you're supplying a bathroom that should have, that's connected to a program, so that's
Right.
usually the rule. If it's a program and you're supplying that program, you should be able to get down to it through an ADA trail.
Right,
And then supply, if it needs a bathroom, the access to the bathroom has to be
Right.
accessible as well.
right.
So,
Well, DNR determined we needed a bathroom, but when price went up, we had to make cuts.
yeah,
So we cut that.
I got it. So did you already put things in for that grant?
Like, we did for the grant, yes. I'll look for that.
Okay.
We put the size, I remember that, but I'll look for that.
No, was there something did you just say, oh, we're not gonna do the grant
We-
at all?
Yeah, we had to say
Oh,
we're not gonna
we
do it
did.
because they wouldn't
We
pay
did,
for it.
we're about to
Over
close
$500,000
$500,000 of stuff here, but it
Oh,
didn't
okay.
include that.
Yeah,
No,
oh, yeah.
So, okay,
Yeah,
The
we,
tennis
Like a new
courts,
tennis
lights,
court.
the score
Ah.
buildings and
I
stuff
got
over
you.
here.
So it wasn't part of the amphitheater?
No.
at all?
But we do have
And the
plenty of
trail,
electricity
extension of the
down,
trail.
down there.
yeah,
So-
there's plenty of electric.
But we can
Okay.
make money on that place.
Yeah, I mean,
If we had a
you
bathroom
have
down
college
there,
kids, they like music.
The other,
We
the other
do.
problem with it is so far away from your parking lots too.
well,
Your
not
parking
from
lot's
the, not
here.
from the back,
Well, that's
but
still,
it is from this, to walk to it.
yeah, I'm just
It's
thinking,
not
I'm not
ADA.
thinking of us, but I'm thinking if it's a senior citizens event
Yeah.
down there, it's tough for them to get down there and
Yeah.
back.
But we've
You know.
had churches ask if they could use
Sure.
it,
Well, other communities, they put yoga in the mornings,
Yeah.
that's how they've done things. Or, some sort of extracurricular activity for it.
but we got a
Dancing,
grant, we
whatever.
got a grant from the community foundation to do it, to make the amphitheater.
Okay.
I hate to let that just
Sit there,
waste
yeah.
away.
Yeah, 100%. So,
And the concerts we had, they were well
They were,
attended.
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, they were.
We put out bales of hay for them to
yeah,
sit on,
yeah. I mean, amphitheaters have a lot of different uses.
yeah,
You can even get the schools over here and teach over there.
yeah, yeah.
So, there's a lot of different options.
But I just think we'd be remiss not looking into a bathroom.
Okay,
the
well, I can
cost.
add that to this,
Okay.
I'll do another line item just to
Yeah.
add a bathroom.
Yeah.
So, do you want the full design of what that bathroom, like a schematic design of like the size and how that would be laid out
Yeah.
schematically?
Yeah.
With the storage added next to
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and then I can, I'll just work with you to see where the closest
Yeah,
sewer and water is and see how we can connect it.
Yeah.
So that, that'll be the most important part is having
Mhm.
it served.
If we can find our DNR thing, which I may have.
yeah, there should be,
We had to submit it all that.
There should
There
be
was
a-
already,
Because they
Oh.
approved it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. and-
there was already plans for the
Yeah,
restroom.
they
Oh,
approved
there's
it.
already plans for it?
Yeah,
I mean, there's,
yeah.
it's been
Cause
drawn up,
DNR approved, but
Midwestern
then,
engineer drew it up. so.
then when everything got so high, we had to make cuts.
Okay.
Beaver
Uh,
might have them,
If
there's
you
set
already
of
have it
plans on
designed,
it.
what do you need?
Well, I don't know. But let me get online and look and see if I've got it, cause I think Beaver sent it to all of us, but,
Okay, I just don't wanna supply you something if you already have it too.
no, I understand.
Yeah,
Let me look when I
Okay.
get home this evening and,
yeah, if you just send me an email of
yeah,
yay or
Yeah.
nay and what you
Yeah.
need, I'll be happy to add it.
And it might have been bigger than what we actually need at the
Yeah,
road, though, I
yeah.
don't remember the size or anything.
Okay,
we were just hyped up because we just had 2 concerts and they were very well attended.
yeah, right,
I don't know if we made any money.
I don't think we've had nothing done there since then.
No,
have
we haven't.
okay.
But DNR did say that to us. You've got a wasted space here, you should do something with it.
Good. well, let me know, I'd be happy to add it, and then go from there.
But here I came thinking that guy was gonna do Elvis Presley songs, and he didn't, but your son was good.
Oh, my,
Yeah, yeah.
So anything we add there, can we add that as a separate line item,
Yeah.
just to separate it, yeah?
Yeah, kind of
Like a fifth one or?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do exactly that. I'll do a whole different scope. And
yeah.
If you.
If we need it.
Yeah, if you need it. I think, I mean, honestly, if we're looking at the bathrooms up here, and you just need to know how to do service, like, I'll just put
Right,
that in there.
right.
I won't charge you for that.
Yeah.
I have a good idea of what you need anyway, so I can just
Okay.
add that to give you some information. I don't wanna design something that you've already designed, and then all you
Sure.
need to do is
Well,
to
I'll
how
look.
to
Are
get
you
water and
looking
sewer
right
to
now,
it.
Debbie?
Yeah.
Have you found anything? It would've been a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I'm in 2021, I've got,
Beaver would've sent it to us.
well, it's Dawn server to Keith Medford, and it's got
Yeah.
planning and all this, so
Is
I'm
this
trying to
on-
figure
this
out
is
what
on
all the
your
attachments are.
sanitary system, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the closest manhole?
There's one in the back of this building.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's not too far away then.
Now, we have like, we put in water and in this field here.
Yeah,
We've
there's
got
water.
water and electric
Down in
for,
this area right
How
out
big?
here.
we put it in for, food trucks and stuff.
How big a line?
Yeah.
How big a line?
Pardon?
How big a line?
I think it's just an inch
Inch, okay. Wait, you need-
service line, but now
Yeah.
we have bigger lines to be tapped onto.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
we could-
we'll need to tap onto like
we-
at least a 4 inch or something.
I think it's 4 or 6.
Yeah, either of those would be fine. And then, yeah, I can get a worst case.
Right
scenario,
behind the
90.
tennis court, and between the tennis court and the building, there's the mains come in right there.
Okay,
And this park used to have water everywhere, but I don't have plans for it, and I've not always been over here doing stuff, so
Yeah.
I can't get any water live out in this northeast corner. And it had water fountains and stuff before.
yeah,
I got water over here and then on that side, but,
yeah. Getting water to the amphitheater would be nice. for
yeah.
sure. Even just like, not only at the bathroom, but like, spigot of some sort, just to have water to clean off the stage for performances, and
Yeah,
keep it clean, things like that, pressure wash, all that stuff.
yeah.
What do you think?
It won't let me
Yeah.
open it on my phone.
That's why I said I'd have to be at home.
Matt, do you all have ideas on how to control access to exterior doors for restrooms after a certain hour? I mean,
Yeah.
do restrooms shut down after 10 o'clock, or can you program that kind of
Yes,
stuff?
absolutely. So that's all door control nowadays. They do a lot of like, you already have electric
What
in the
about
building.
like our front door?
Yeah.
I mean, Scott controls when it opens and closes.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
can do the same thing.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, you just put, and actually you don't need full electric, you just use like a Cat 5 cable. to
Oh,
the
really?
door,
For the
yeah.
magnet?
And it goes through the internet, and then it's on a timer basically of when you want to
Yeah, it
program it.
opens when like Wick needs to
Yeah.
be in. I
And then
mean,
you can put it on your phone and just open it automatically, so it's pretty simple these days.
And then Scott would probably know best, for a soccer field, because I met with Nancy Totten a couple of months ago, we don't have, I don't think, we don't have a regulation soccer field.
there's not a regulation over there.
town.
In the town, okay.
So the school, the elementary and the high school, they're sharing fields, they're practicing and playing on the same field.
Yeah.
And when the boys won help me, they won a regional. and then-
Sectional, what was it, regional section?
We won a sectional, we had to go play at Scottsburg.
So we
There's-
could have hosted it here,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
but we couldn't because the field was so bad, that just breaks your heart. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah,
see
that's
one, I'm sure the school would pitch in.
Well, I think that's a discussion we'd have to have with the
Yeah.
school, is how can you all help? We'll find a way to get you a field that you can be proud of and use
Right.
Yeah.
in the park.
Yeah, they have no more land over there to build one.
Right.
They're-
Would y'all be interested in like a artificial turf or anything, or?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
nice.
nice.
Yeah,
There you go. That way it could be used
Leave
all
that
the
up to
time.
you.
right.
So,
That'd be
like,
nice, wouldn't it?
I did, Jeffersonville,
smiled.
your Whirly Fields, Whirly Soccer Fields. so I
Yeah,
did all
we'll bring in
those
the kids.
Yeah,
fields.
Madison Football League,
Yeah.
their
so-
field up there.
Yep, so done a lot of artificial turf fields in my day, and they're more expensive obviously, but like the maintenance on it goes way down. It's not maintenance free, but you still have to rake it and, stay in good shape longer than that too. I think Worley's up to 12, 13 years now, and it's still in decent shape, depending on how much you maintain it.
They don't have the youth on the actual soccer field, though, the youth program, it's off the other side.
That's right, this, you're talking about for Worley?
Yeah,
They play on it still, but they rent it out
yeah,
a lot.
and they play football on it too, but.
Yes.
But they don't have it set up where you can play U6, U8, U10
Yeah.
on that, they do?
Yeah, yeah, so we set it up for that and, field hockey as well. So we have all the dots on there for the field hockey, correct court size or field size. So, how they are programming it now, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they might
I
have
know the
changed
guy down
over
there, so,
time.
yeah.
But we set it up for all the different sizes. We basically put it at the largest high school official size you could, so it could be pared down as far as you want to.
Did you help them build the Taj Mahal down there, their little building that's right there? at the Royal Park?
Yeah, I did that one too.
I call it the Taj Mahal.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, Ricky Romans is
Yeah,
a buddy of
Ricky,
mine.
okay, yeah, I worked with Ricky
Yeah.
on that design, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned out really nice. That, oh man, we had to blast through tons of rock just to get all the sewer and utilities through there. I mean, they use that site as a, to build part of 264 or 265 or one of the expressways around there. So they scraped it all the way down to within 6 inches of grass. So when we started scraping that thing, it was rock immediately. And so we had to do a lot of import and a lot of blasting just to get everything, but it turned out good eventually.
So it could be multi-purpose, it could be football too here.
Oh, yeah, everything was one, yeah, so that's the cool part.
Yeah.
And then you have your schools that can, like you said, you partner with the schools and then they pay
Right.
for part-time and maintenance of it. And then, once you have everything going, like, the nice thing is there's no rain out periods. So,
Yeah.
you know, it drains 60 inches an hour. And with that, if it's pouring rain, you could have a softball or baseball game that same day because it drains correctly. And so
The college has artificial turf football.
yeah, okay,
field.
okay.
They just dug up their entire baseball field to
Yeah.
put irrigation in.
Oh, okay.
Is it gonna be turf too? No.
I don't know if it's
No,
gonna be
base-
turf, they
it's
haven't
gonna be
started, I don't
room
think so,
temperature.
yeah.
So if you don't do, artificial turf, I'd suggest like a zoysia type sort of
Yeah.
like grass for it. Yes, it turns brown like, in winter, but it holds together. It's not a Bermuda, it's the
That's what I
zoysia
was-
that it's at golf mostly.
Yeah.
And they have some zoysia sod farms here, so I highly recommend those, just because the beat down those things take at a public, facility, it rebounds very quickly.
Let's
So-
just say, thanks to Scott, we're 2 steps ahead in Madison. I'd like to get 4 or 5 steps ahead.
There you go.
They don't have,
They don't have any of that?
well, they don't have the enrollment we do.
Oh,
I mean, it's all over Facebook. Go to Hanover, go to Hanover.
there you go.
We could probably even turf our ball fields out here.
Yeah,
Even though they drain well, I mean,
So-
they dry up pretty
They
quick.
did,
but-
they
I
did,
mean,
don't they?
Hanover's done very well the past few
That's good.
years.
So the, stuff for the ball fields, like, you just need the interior, or the infield. So
Yeah.
you can put just
Oh,
the
yeah.
infield, cause that's what rains out
Yeah.
a ball field, or a
Yeah.
ball game, is the infield.
If it rains later in the day, that's when it's the worst for us.
Okay,
We have lighted fields, the college doesn't have lighted fields.
wow. So, that's a huge draw, I mean, that's quality of
It's
life.
a huge draw,
That's what brings
Absolutely.
people to the, to
Yeah.
live here.
and that's what we want.
I feel like the one thing you're all missing is just like the pizza and.
Yeah, exactly, and Kobe wants to do that. Hey,
Yep.
Kobe, did you get Kona
And a
Ice?
nice streetscape.
It should be tomorrow.
I mean, did you buy it?
Like I say, should be tomorrow. I just got off
Oh.
the phone with, Stephanie Willard before I came in here.
He's getting Kona Ice.
See, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
icing on the cake.
Oh, yeah,
And all of a sudden you're like,
yeah,
now I have too much tax money to do.
Yeah.
No, Kobe and his wife would like to open a burger pizza
Yeah.
place at that firehouse.
Yeah, if you can get Warren to sell that to me real cheap, I'll buy it.
Okay, I'll go into it,
And,
Yeah,
and,
hey,
and trust me,
I'll
he's
take
a
a partner.
worker.
Right, okay.
I mean, right there by the college,
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I'm telling you, like, how many students would come down Main Street to go?
Lake
Oh,
Lambert,
yeah.
President of Hanover said he would come over
Yeah, he
frequently.
said he would if
Yeah.
you give him a beer.
Yep,
But
Can you do anything for a beer?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, they probably need some beer there, right?
yeah, oh, yeah.
Just,
Well, and that's, I think about the Fireman's Park, and I think, you know, how much time and effort do you spend on it today? Do you think eventually you're gonna try to incorporate, you know, if the auctioneers were willing to sell their property
Right.
or something, and it could be used in conjunction with the park, how much time do you spend today, or do you wait until you maybe get a little further down the road and maybe you pick up that building? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right,
They may not ever sell it.
right.
But if they would, it seems like the two ought to be working together. And we're picking up, Indiana Landmarks is picking up a house across the street from the old firehouse. And its backyard runs down to the First Street where the basketball court is. And it's pretty flat down there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it makes sense, but we could probably work, I'm wondering if we could work a way to get some parking spaces on
Sure,
that back piece
sure.
of land. That was
Sure.
part of the
That's
park.
all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
I was
would be
gonna-
down that way, now it's in somebody else's backyard today,
Yeah.
but it's part of a backyard that nobody uses. So I think we wanna work together on that.
I
And,
don't wanna
think
show
land-
anything to the public that's on another person's property, though, that's dangerous.
Yeah, no, it would have, it'd have to be deeded off. And
Yeah, you'd have to
Yes.
acquire the property, yeah.
No, it would have to get out of somebody else's
Yeah.
name, but right now, it's somebody else's backyard.
Gotcha. I can give you all the
You have to
information
leave.
of what it would take to put that
You need
in,
Scott
and
to help you get
you know,
her in the
showing
car.
something on
Mhm.
someone's.
Oh, yeah,
Just in
no,
case.
no,
Come back
that's
to
not-
it.
Not the time to do it, yeah.
Sorry, I gotta.
Yeah,
Bye, Val.
good luck with your.
She has to
dog.
go get her shot.
Yeah.
Go on now.
What about, and we haven't mentioned our concession building over here,
Mhm.
it's adequate,
Uh-huh,
but that's all it is. It
It's
could
not
be
very
bigger.
big.
okay.
I mean, it's just a block building over
Yeah.
there. I mean, you've
Yeah.
been in the last couple years. and-
you can't store a whole lot of stuff in there.
And
Like, you
the
know,
service door is
I'd like-
facing the
I'd like to go to
sun.
Sam's and buy about 30 cases of stuff,
Yeah,
instead of going down there every Saturday or
Gotcha.
Sunday to stock up for the week.
okay.
I'd rather just go like once, buy enough for a month, and
Okay.
keep it in there.
And this, and
Would you
the
not
ser-
use
the
this-
service door faces where the sun comes down.
But I guess,
so-
I guess if you built a storage room back here for concessions, you could,
Yeah,
but you'd still be moving it.
Yeah, move it twice.
I don't know where the concession stand is, so.
It's right over, past the tennis courts, right over there,
Is
Just
it on
past
the
the-
other side?
towards the
Yeah.
baseball
Yeah.
fields.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah, I didn't hear that.
Little brick building.
Okay.
You're going down
There's
through
been nights
the
in there
fields.
where it's made $400 or $500 a night,
Okay.
and if it was bigger, I mean, it could,
Yeah.
bigger space.
Yeah.
So that, if it's.
Just throwing
is
it out there, I mean.
You need the cool storage or any?
You know, not just cool, yeah, little room, I wouldn't mind an extra freezer in there
Like another
to store
fridge
pretzels
or-
or, popsicles or something,
Or
but,
deep freeze or something?
yeah.
Okay. You already have electric.
But just
there.
more storage for the pop and
Yeah,
different supplies.
it would be easy to add on to that, probably that building, just to have a different storage.
It's just a
and
block
have a door
building.
to it.
It's just a block
Yeah.
building. Be nice if
I
it
could
had
break
some
that
kind of
for you.
overhang in the front where,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and maybe two service, one where you have two different service areas and
Order,
stuff like
pick
that.
up,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that would
I
be
mean,
nice.
Yeah,
There's a couple different ways you do it, you just do like lean-to, brick it in, something like that, or you
Yeah.
can kind of redo the whole thing, that costs more, I don't know how much you wanna spend on something like that, but
Yeah.
sounds like you have all the utilities out to it, it's just a matter
Yeah,
of,
all utilities are out there.
um,
Yep.
how much, but, yeah, the other, and then obviously the third is storing it here, and just, you have
Wheeling it
golf
out there.
cart or something, and you just cart it over there. We can easily
Yeah.
find space here, you know, the way that your current space is organized, it's kind of all over the place, and just giving some organization, you might be like, oh, we should just make use of this,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
so, it's not that far, so,
No, it's not that far over, like I said.
it's just not a very big work area to be in there.
yeah, no, I get that.
I mean, it's probably from here to this, from the wall to right about here,
Okay.
wide,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty tight.
okay, for your storage.
No,
Oh,
for
there's
just
no-
the whole
for the whole
work
thing.
area.
Oh,
Yeah, that
You got,
line
like
from
on
here
that,
to
this
probably
side,
the
you got a
screen.
bench, you know, and you store so much stuff under there.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you got a freezer and two refrigerators.
Mhm.
Then on the front, you got a bench where you
Or
serve.
you actually see, yeah.
And then in the back, you got all the sinks for the wash stations.
And plus also it houses
They're
part of the
making it
internet
happen.
stuff,
I know.
like camera systems
Hot
and
dog
stuff
sounds
like
good
that.
right
Yeah,
now.
hot dog
Is it
sounds good,
hot
Kobe.
syrup?
It does,
Hot
doesn't it?
food out of there, or?
Yeah, hot food,
Like-
yep, pretzels, nachos and cheese, hot dogs,
Okay.
yeah.
But you're not grilling?
No, not
Okay.
grilling, no.
So stuff that's easy prepared?
Easy
Fast-
prepared, yeah.
fast prepared.
Yep.
Okay.
Madam President, can I
Yes.
ask a question?
Yes.
How much acreage does this park have at the present time? I think I know, but
It's right around, I think, 34 acres.
that's right, that's about 30.
Yeah, and we're landlocked. There's no place to go except that way.
And then you're getting some land or trying to work out in Warren.
Right.
How much more is that gonna be?
We're thinking 12 acres,
So you're looking at 50 acres.
12. Oh, yeah, with the 34 we have, yeah.
Now,
Thanks, sir.
what I would like to see this plan do, we've got 50 acres and we're going to bathroom 50 acres. It's gonna be more than 2 or 3 bathrooms. Because people just can't walk to use the bathroom.
Well, we got bathrooms at each,
A lot.
Yeah.
We added them to both
yeah,
fields
we've
back
added a
there.
bunch of
Every
bathrooms.
field has a bathroom on it.
Yeah.
Okay, they do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
yeah.
bathroom, one bathroom,
There's
one
one by the
bathroom.
Yeah,
tennis
the only
court,
place
one by
that
the
we are
tennis.
lacking is back in the back
Yeah.
corner.
And here, if we put.
Yeah, and he's gonna put 2 here.
And in that additional 11 acres, I would suggest putting bathrooms.
Yeah, we talked
Absolutely.
about putting that
Yeah.
with the shelter house, yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah.
You're
Yep.
absolutely right. Bathrooms kind of sporadically all over the place.
Yeah,
But when we started, we only had 2 restrooms for everybody that was playing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Moms and dads and itty
You
bitties.
see how far you came?
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's great, that means the community's growing.
It is.
All right,
All right.
any other questions? So, you're gonna check into, you're gonna
Yes,
check into
I will.
if I
When I
need to do
get
the
to my
plan,
big computer tonight,
and, at a minimal, I'll just add to, figure
Right.
out
Right.
sewer and water to that spot down there.
don't you guys agree
Yeah.
that we should look at that now?
Yeah,
And then,
And I think we'll regret if we don't.
yeah.
and then concessions, do you want me to hold off on that, or?
The what, and the what?
The concessions?
I mean, you can look and see what our options are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, let's, how about this? Why don't we get through some design for this and see what that looks like?
right,
And then you can kind of say, that's not gonna work. And
Right.
then, if that doesn't work, let's add that on.
Right.
at a
Okay.
later date. I don't wanna,
Okay.
again, I don't
Right.
wanna spend money just to spend it.
Right.
right,
I'd
But
rather-
to me, I would rather enhance what we have than worrying about expanding.
Yes.
I mean, if they need, they're doing great with the ball thing, if they need the concessions
Yeah.
enhanced.
Yeah, but it would be nice if that whole area is just concession and you have a whole other area just for
Exactly.
storage.
Exactly.
Let's see what you can make work with your existing
Mhm.
structure and
Right.
everything. And then you can add an additional
Right.
addition to that
Right.
space for storage if needed.
Right.
Does that sound like a plan?
yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
yeah.
Did you talk to him about that building we looked at out there the other night when we walked around?
Yeah, 'cause that's the back area, the big concrete slab and stuff, and then we need to get that building,
Oh, I've done
That's got
talked.
the
Oh,
chemicals.
Right here, yes. So
Yes.
That's part of all
that's
that.
part of that.
Yeah, that's
So
got,
we're
The
gonna
other
look at all
building
that,
exterior,
dimensions,
yeah.
all that.
all the
see-
electric from the old pool is in there.
Yeah.
But
so-
I've already talked to Madison Chemical, I can bring that stuff up there,
Okay, good.
so I.
Yeah, 'cause there's still chemicals out there from
Okay.
years ago, so he's gonna get those out
And
and,
that concrete area that you see is a big pit,
Yeah. I
it's
saw that.
where all the water from
All
the
pumps
pool.
came in?
Yeah,
Yep,
it's a big, wide open pit.
yep, so, yeah, probably wanna fill that in,
Yeah, you'd have to fill it in,
and that's easy.
Yeah.
Just put a bunch of gravel in there,
yeah.
cap it.
Yeah.
So, but we're looking at that as part
Mhm.
of our design, so that's what I meant by the exterior.
Okay.
We're gonna look at all 3 sides.
Yeah, I
of
think
that.
that'd look good with the brick part of the way up and down. That's what
Yeah.
it needs, it'd look more,
yeah,
better than just,
finished.
looks like a pole barn.
Yeah.
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 Make it pop out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And, yeah, you saw the photo, it's kinda got some dents in there.
Yeah.
yeah,
Who
no,
knows
that,
what?
that would look good.
Time. Alright, so next step for you all, are I can revise this, if you want me to add that, and then when do you think you that into the whole schedule.
So,
Well,
I mean, we're ready to
yeah, we're
go.
ready.
Okay,
I mean,
Yeah.
we're ready to go.
okay. So I just need.
Aren't we, Chip?
Do you have to vote, that's what I mean, do you vote on it, or?
Well, I mean, I think we're ready to go with the next step. I mean,
Yeah, in my mind, I'm prioritizing stuff. So when I look at a list of 4 things or 5 things, I think prioritize.
Right.
The parking lot,
It's number one.
there you go, parking lot seems to be
Restrooms.
number 1.
restrooms,
And I don't know, see, I'm not here when the
the
park's
restrooms are
active.
bad.
I
These
mean,
restrooms have to be, they're not ADA compliant, really.
The in the building restrooms.
Yeah, the
It's not
inside the
yeah,
restrooms,
the
yes.
The inside restrooms
Yes.
are not compliant.
Right.
They're
Oh,
rough,
they're
so
not?
that's probably the
Well,
second.
I think they,
You can't
I
get
mean,
the
there-
doors open right and,
there's,
That's terrible.
there's a bar and all that in there, 'cause
yeah, but
I
for
thought
me,
being able to, yeah.
I don't know all the laws on that.
Yeah.
I thought it.
So,
So that's, and then, you know, the land that the auctioneers have is, I think, a higher priority because we gotta figure out someday whether or not we wanna talk about that anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
I
mean,
well,
it's 'cause it's been
I
so
don't know if I
long.
figured that a
To-
higher priority other than to enhance what we've got.
yeah, so my vote would be to do the parking lot, the restrooms, and this part of the building and around.
And enhance
And
what we've
enhance
got.
what we've got right now. Let's fix it, make it usable, because right now it's not usable to where we need it. And then go for the land.
Right, and then, so that begs the question, of course, the Lilly grant says that there would be after-school programming likely as a part of the money for the parks.
Right,
And so the question then is, do you work behind this wall in the bathrooms if you're gonna add on? I don't think we're gonna add on, I don't know. I mean, I think we need to talk to the new director of the Boys and Girls Club,
Yeah.
to see whether or not he thinks, it's like, okay, let's try to work something out in the town of Hanover and add on to your building and help you pay for the utilities and maintain it.
well,
Or-
they would have to, we'd have to make a profit.
Yeah,
We
there
thought
ain't the
we were
money
going
there.
to.
When he first came, he was gonna get employees to help us here, have people
They were
help
gonna
clean
clean.
here. I mean, he had a
They were
whole
gonna
big,
man the building.
and then all of a sudden it was like, no, we can't do that now.
And that was the prior executive
Right.
director.
Right.
who was
David,
gone,
yeah,
Who I never knew. So now we got Dustin, right?
Dustin.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think at some point soon, if I were you, I'd reach out to him, and I'm happy to reach out to him just to say, hey, let's just talk about this. Because if we start spending money doing other stuff, there's less money to do that.
Well,
If you decide you wanna do that, we wanna make sure we can do as much.
we
as
I
possible.
mean, we have a big room over here that can be divided. So, I mean, anytime that back side, there's a door going in that we could use for the Boys and Girls Club to bring 30 or 40 people
Yeah.
over for right now.
I can't see why we'd ever have to add rooms
I mean,
on
'cause
here with the space.
It's about
we've
what we
got.
take up to the Boys and Girls Club, I think.
Yeah,
About
I
30
mean,
or 40 from
they're-
Southwestern.
Right.
That's
yeah,
what we're-
and then we've got the game room back there for the kids, you know,
Right.
so it's all on that one area.
But you are right. We should talk to him because it's in our master plan.
Yeah,
It's in the Lilly grant.
And he's new to
He's
not
new.
new to the equation, but
Yeah,
he's
but
he's the new director.
I didn't
Yeah.
think of that.
Probably be a good idea. I just, and if it ends up all over there and you don't have to add on, that'd be a great day. Cause
Right.
adding on to this building, if you could avoid that, I sure would wanna avoid that, all the expense and the upkeep. I don't know, I'm thinking aloud, sorry, you're watching me think through it. You know, so yeah, so the bathrooms, but you'd want bathrooms for access for, I guess
Right.
they'd have access to them, I don't know. I
They,
would know.
they would.
yeah, these
But
bathrooms need to be redone.
They,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
do
yeah.
need to be.
Yeah, they're
And
in
this,
rough shape.
this out here needs to be redone. It's,
Terrible.
yes, there's no heat, there's no air condition.
the
This
engine.
whole back end is not being utilized properly, so it needs to
Well, that's
be,
a good idea.
And there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
space there.
And it'll be is the concession stand conditioned throughout the day and night when it's not being used?
No, it's hot in there.
It's hot, so
Yeah.
anything that you have spoils more quickly, does that sound right?
Candy bars and everything I have to keep in the
You know
refrigerator.
what, we could put
Cause if not,
a,
they'll
you can
sit
put
there
one
and
of those
melt.
little ones,
Yeah.
like what we've got in.
we could put a split unit in that, like we put back in the game room, and they're about 800
Good,
bucks.
Oh, that's cheap,
Yeah.
Well, we've been doing them ourselves.
yeah.
Now, in the wintertime, we keep a little space heater in there.
Well, with
For
the
the-
split units have their heat
Yeah,
too.
so, could do that in the back.
But I wanna fix the building we have. I wanna
Oh, yeah,
do
I
the
would-
parking lot, do the restrooms, get
Sure.
all that fixed and put 2 outdoor restrooms out there. Because we're getting ready to have Spooktacular. We're gonna have 300, 400, 500 kids here. And all we've got is these 2 restrooms back here. That's all we got.
Yeah, that are handy to the building.
Yeah,
Well,
if
there-
and the
the
building has to
outside
be
over
open.
there.
And
Well,
that's, but that's,
We got 2 over there.
Yeah.
Got a tennis court.
yeah, but you gotta go
Tennis
all the
court.
way over here when the event's here.
I walk all the time.
Well, that looks terrible back there.
It looks
anyway.
awful. It's,
I haven't
it's,
looked back there in a while.
No.
And I need to go sit in the amphitheater too, shame on me. So, it's been a while.
But I think
Yeah.
your idea is good. I think we should talk to him, cause it is in our master plan, it is in the Lilly grant.
And then I would, to me, Fireman's Park kind of becomes a fourth then, just by default.
Right.
Not that it's not important.
So
but
you want mine and Matt's restaurant over there?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when you can throw up 3 garage doors and, when I drove through Charlestown, you probably drove through it on the way up. And the coffee shop has their doors up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put
I
some
don't know if
nice
they're making any
glass.
money, but
Well, if
it's-
anybody
garage
can do
door.
it, Kobe can.
Or that place down in Louisville, where they put that ice skating ring, and they have all them restaurants in there.
Oh,
They got
the
donut,
little-
You're talking Pearson?
yeah, I think so, right by the railroad, there's a railroad there too, yeah.
Pearson.
I mean, they have a Mexican in there, they have
Yeah.
donut in there, they have coffee in there.
Yeah, that's huge though.
Yeah, we need,
Huh?
That's big.
we need
Yeah.
to visit.
Yeah,
That's- People love that place.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, it's a huge place.
Yeah, and they have the cafe right there.
The cafe right there, yeah.
It's not amphitheater.
So probably the quick answer, Debbie, is yes. That's what I should have just said from the start, I had to think through it. But yes, I mean, the college will be in support of those, if that's what you all wanna do, that's for sure, we'll get sub-grants out. And we've got a sub-grant out for, everything else.
Mhm.
Right.
I haven't heard back from Patrick yet, or from Pat.
Yeah,
Um,
Haven't heard from
you
Pat
heard
for a
anything
while.
from you, Toby?
I've texted him twice in the past 2 days, I haven't heard.
That sub-grant's been out for 2 weeks now, that's for the rest of your all's work. We need to get that.
The
Yeah.
streetscape stuff?
Yeah.
Is that for the?
No, it's just for the money, don't worry.
and we need to get to,
Yeah, just for your money.
we do need to get the
Don't worry.
sub-grant for the parking lot and the lights and the
Yeah.
concrete area,
Right.
cause invoices are starting to come in,
Okay,
and they will want paid,
yeah.
so.
Now we need to get.
I'd like to get it where we can get it paid before winter.
So one of the things that last time we talked is down here on the corner where we wanted to concrete that and you wanted to ask Matt.
Yeah, well, I figured after we will go outside.
Oh, yeah,
We'll kinda look at that real quick.
curve piece.
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
Yeah.
you talked about it, one of these pieces that juts out here, it either goes or stays. I can't
it
remember.
stays. He
It
said,
stays.
you said the 2 jet outs need to stay because of the drop off.
They would be reorganized.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
In terms of ADA, because right now they were not ADA.
Yeah.
There are 2 ADA spaces that were right off of that.
Right,
They would stay, but I would reorganize the ADA. next to
yeah,
it
the parking,
So that
ADA
it's
parking.
actually compliant.
Yeah,
This
and there'll
is
be
the
a
time
ramp.
to do
But
it,
then I would
think.
want
Yeah.
the roundabout area, the big thing in the center, I'd like to reorganize that.
Yeah, that needs to go away,
Yeah.
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 So what we need to approve is the parking lot, so they can move forward on the parking lot.
Yes,
This building, the restrooms, and all the storage and stuff.
per the proposal dated, what is it?
So the first 3,
For all 4 of them, what's the date of that proposal? If you, Aaron, is that it? Yeah.
What was the total?
August 4th.
August 4th, yeah.
So it's Matt's proposal dated August 4th, unless he's gonna update it with something.
With what we
I was
talked
gonna
about.
only add on if Drew has
Amphitheater.
Yeah.
computer stuff.
Yeah, so what was the amount?
25,000, top
Uh,
2 ones, right?
You want them individually, parking lot improvements, 9,450.
Yeah.
Oh, there they are right there. Oh, the total is 54,850.
54,850?
Total 54,850 as it sits right there. Make sure it's the same. Yes.
And that's for all of it, right?
Yeah.
And that would come out of the parks.
The Parks portion,
Yeah,
yeah,
Parks,
Parks Board.
yep.
yeah.
Good.
And then like Scott said, if we can get all the parking lot done and the lights and everything up around here
Yeah.
this year, it'd be,
Yeah, we'll
Here's-
have
I'll
the
need a
lights.
request, something, you all need to send me something that, you know, with the
Yeah.
attachments or
Yep.
expenses and,
yep, I will have, which I already sent you some.
yeah, it's been a while.
I will reorganize everything and send them all to you. You can get rid of the other stuff, cause it had the other
Yeah, it's all
electrician, it had the other one that was $80,000, and we're already cheaper with the parking lot and everything, concrete.
Yeah, 'cause
than
it
him.
changed.
Yeah, I was wanting to get with you on this, something I'm gonna do out here, just your idea on
For
the,
what?
for a light,
Okay.
where I wanna put the light.
Okay.
You know, when we walk outside, we'll go over
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
I make a motion that we move forward with the amount of $54,850 for the planning portion of it.
That we have you do the sub-grant.
Yes,
Our
the
attorney
sub-grant.
made that clear the other night to
Yes,
do that
the
first.
sub-grant.
To make sure there's a separate.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Great.
Not that our attorney doesn't trust, he said just make sure you got the money before you commit.
Yes. I think I'll do a single sub-grant for all 4 of those.
Yeah.
Or 5, or however for what you just approved, I'll do
Right,
a single
the
sub-grant.
54,850, yep.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
perfect, got it.
The 54,850, do you wanna add it in with the paving of the parking lot, the electricians, the concrete and the lights out here?
We'll need a motion from town council, I guess, for whatever the final dollar amount, the exact dollar amount. is.
So the next council meeting,
Yeah,
next
the next
Tuesday,
council meeting, if you
I'll
that
get all the
in.
numbers added up, I'll add the 9450 in there, and then that'll be our
We'll get
sub-grant.
everything together.
But
Okay,
as far as
But I'm
Matt,
gonna do a separate sub-grant for this one.
as far as Matt is concerned, we're a go for that.
Yeah, we've already
Yes.
passed the,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can just sign,
you got it?
what's that?
You got a copy of it? Here,
I
no,
got-
wait a minute.
I got a copy.
I thought
Here.
Toby had
Yeah,
it.
I don't have the.
Thank you.
You can print off another copy, right?
And I can scan that and send it back to you, I'll see you all. And I'll, similar to the last time, I'll put an AIA contract together, so it'll be a much smaller contract, it's not for construction, it's just for planning, so. I'll want to do an AIA, but this will at least get me moving forward to
Sure,
get you stuff and get it all on the same page.
cause we've been wishy-washy,
You-
we
you
know,
haven't, but this
but
is-
we've never done this before.
Yeah, no, and honestly, I'm used to working with smaller towns, and you're not wishy-washy, you just
Okay.
wanna make sure it's done correct.
Right.
It's just nice that
Right.
we're gonna be doing them both at the same time.
Right.
So-
Well, we have to,
Yeah,
There's a
Time
lot going
limit.
on.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
we're gonna beat Madison, they're gonna be lagging behind, not spending money, but not Hanover.
Take good care of the Pied Piper over here.
Yeah, it's, exactly.
All right.
Just an update while I have you all, the streetscape, so we got kind of a game plan put together last week.
Okay,
You all mentioned just recently the trick or treat or something.
Yeah,
spectacular.
I would love to be at that and asking questions about the streetscapes and
Sure.
all sorts of
Scott will
stuff.
give you all the information.
So, is
October
that in
18th.
October?
October 18th is Saturday.
18th, okay.
We also have, a party in the
Rest of
park
it.
this Saturday
That's
from,
too soon.
okay.
yeah, so will you
You wanna
have,
think about that before you answer?
so I've been through this before, with the comp plan.
Yeah.
We just did it with the backpack thing.
Yeah.
They had a little map.
Yeah.
And they just let people, oh, I'd like this, or I'd like that. It just, we got, 84 responses.
Yeah.
So if you have something, so you don't have to talk all the time.
No,
And they
we're
handed
not
out-
talking at all.
And
It's-
they handed out popsicles,
Okay.
Oh,
the
yeah.
icicle things.
We, for this, we have only exercises.
Okay,
That's what we're
good.
planning on, and it'll be very
Good.
visual. The first part isn't gonna be much of the, what do you wanna see exactly, it's more
Right.
of where.
Mhm.
And so we wanna understand, where is it most important to put streetscapes, and where are people going?
Right.
And so, this will be one of many, but like, is it mostly kids at this event, or is there adults
Yeah,
there?
Adults.
There'll be both.
Yeah.
Will be both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be a lot.
Is it a good representation
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
This,
we
the
want.
backpack thing, it was mainly kids, and we let kids
Yeah.
do it too, but a lot of the
Adults
adults
did
did,
it? Okay,
yeah.
and that's, yeah, so, you know, sometimes we'll bring up like hot dogs or something, like you said.
Sure.
Food attracts people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's what we try to do. Even,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
okay.
Everybody,
They're gonna be candy filled. but
Yeah.
How do we get the adults to come?
everybody for the park, for the comp plan, they wanted a pool, they wanted a pool. So, the people standing there doing the comp plan, well, you used to have a pool, but you couldn't afford it, well, we can afford it now, you know?
Yeah.
So they all wanted a pool.
What time of day is that, Scott? Is that
5 day,
5 days.
5 day.
On a
in
Saturday?
the evening, Saturday evening. It's after your
Homecoming.
football,
Hanover
it's after your
homecoming.
football game's over with.
If the football game's over and I'm supposed to be going to a farm-to-table dinner for the community garden, we'll figure it out.
Well, you're the third one going.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to that too.
Yeah, I think,
Are you?
I think
Yeah.
I
Well,
might,
then you're the fourth one
I
going.
think- I
She
think-
told me
I
today
think me
they
and
had
my-
two going.
I think me and my wife are going too.
$60?
She asked me the other
Okay.
day,
Yep,
so.
that'll be
Do
good.
what?
They-
It-
She'd only sold 2 tickets.
That was the other,
I think she
event
just
space
was
that I
up
was
and
thinking
around.
of was
Oh,
like
she
a
get
football
the,
game.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
but
good
she
for you.
called.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
There'll be a bunch of people there.
Yeah, I talked
She-
to her the other day.
She missed the deadline getting it in the water
From
bill.
the high school.
I know, I talked to her, I said, she asked me and Courtney would go, I said, yeah, we'll probably go. I'm not real busy that night, but,
$60 a person.
yeah, that's what she said.
I'm going,
Sure.
not for that.
I don't even know what it is. What's
Methodist
farm
Church.
to say?
Methodist Church.
Well, it's grown vegetables in town, and somebody's donated a leaf, but it's really a donation to
Where
the
is there
thing.
dining hall that?
Yeah,
They're struggling.
yeah,
Her helpers have quit.
yeah, 'cause she asked
You
me
told Matt
about
about Taco
mowing
Bell?
the community
Told
garden
Matt
when
about Taco Bell?
people
I didn't
can't
use
mow it.
that.
And I'm
So
like,
we have our game plan, I'm gonna try to.
You
set
know.
Pretty big,
for all
it
these
is pretty
things.
big. I know Scott's mowed it before.
What's that?
Community garden, she asked me if I'd mow it sometimes when they couldn't get to it.
Yeah, I go down there and mow it.
So, yeah. Okay.
Do it, and yeah,
Would
if you wanna.
Courtney be
we done?
interested in
You wanna
serving on the board?
Stop at the
Huh?
dining hall and walk.
Would your
to the
wife
edge
be
of town
interested in
just to see what it
serving
feels
on the
like and
board?
what it's
I don't know if
doing.
she would or
Good
not.
They
experience.
asked me to, but I
Absolutely.
told them with town council I didn't.
Her and Barb
want to.
talk every once in a while.
Do they?
Barb probably asked her maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, tomorrow, Wednesday, Ball State, no, your
Okay.
guys,
I guess.
I got Ball State
So-
in town too tomorrow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You wanna adjourn and go outside?
Well,
Okay.
We have 2 ball states, because the guy
Yep.
in front of
Yep.
ball state. Congrats.
Oh, okay.
All right, if nothing else, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
There's
Second.
second. All right, all those in favor say aye.
I
Thank you.
Hey, Kobe.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Kobe.
You're welcome.
Go ahead and finish that.